Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that Texas. Big boss. Can't pull through the door to talk this boxing. Look, before I get in my soliloquy, remember tough times don't last, good people do. Don't obviously call them in the hotline, remember you matter. This Terence Crawford versus Madrimov undercard, the undercard is stacked. I'm not gonna hold you. Bro, I don't know how they got all them fighters. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money. That Turkey, whatever his name is, Turkey Sheik. You know, that boy, he must got some bread. Cause he got peep game. Tim Tszyu supposed to fight Victor Ortiz on the undercard, right? Tim Tszyu versus Victor Ortiz. Israil Cruz versus El Rayo, right? So you got my bad, I'm drawing blanks. You got a Manny Pacquiao fighter, right? And Israil Cruz. El Rayo, a PVC fighter, right? Then you have Andrew Ruiz, Joe Big Baby Miller, Leo Santa Cruz, PBC fighter, Abner Mares, PBC fighter, right? Then you have Tim Tszyu, who is not a PBC fighter, but he works with PBC, fighting Victor Ortiz. Bro. And then, of course, you got Terence Crawford versus Madrimov. This card is stacked. I'm not finna hold you. I like it. To keep it 1,000, the undercard may be better than the main card. Now, there's some things that Eddie Hearn said I disagree with. There are things that Terence Crawford said that I disagree with. What are you talking about, boss? What are these things that you're talking about? I'm going to tell you. So Eddie Hearn says that Terence Crawford is in the toughest fight for his life. Now, when he said that, I'm not going to lie to you. Okay? I'm a former boxer. I understand what he's doing. He's promoting his fighter. He's supposed to back his fighter. I get all that. But let's be real here, right? I don't care how hard the dude hit. I don't care how big he is. That means absolutely nothing when it comes to Terence Crawford, right? And that's just real talk, right? We've seen Terence Crawford beat bigger guys. Pause. No diddy, right? We've seen him, you know what I mean, do stuff like that. Well, I don't know. Terence Crawford might be doing that to the Bud Buddies because the Bud Buddies act like this nigga, paying their rent. Like he didn't. I don't know what's going on with them, but that's another story. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, Crawford is beating bigger fighters, right? And when you got this dude coming in here who got 10 fights, no losses, but he got 1 draw, I'm telling you, this not finna be no competitive fight. I don't even know why this fight is a main event. Like, I would have put Tim Tszyu versus Victor Ortiz as the main event and had Crawford versus Madrimov as on the undercard. That's just my opinion, because that's not gonna be like Victor Ortiz versus Tim Tszyu gonna be competitive. That's gonna be action packed. Israil Cruz, El Rayo gonna be action packed, right? Andrew Ruiz, Joe Big Baby Miller. I don't know if that's gonna be action packed, but on paper, you can sit there and say that's action packed. You got Leo Santa Cruz. I don't know if they still fighting on this car at Abner Mares, because, but if they are, that's gonna be action packed. Them dudes gonna come to fight. So you got all these big fights on the undercard leading up to the main event. And I'm like, I don't know if the main event gonna deliver, because Terence Crawford, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not gonna be competitive, right? And we're gonna get to what Terence Crawford said in a minute. But Terence Crawford gonna stop that boy in 5 rounds. I'm telling you this. It's not gonna be competitive. It ain't gonna. The dude ain't never seen nothing like Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not competitive. I don't think this dude, if he fought in America, would beat any of the Erickson Lubins. I don't think Madrimov will beat any of them dudes. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep it 1,000. Hell, I don't think that dude can beat Tim Tszyu. You know what I mean? I actually think Tim Tszyu is a tougher fight for Terence Crawford. I still pick Terence Crawford to beat Tim Tszyu, but I still think that's a tougher fight. You know, at least it's a little resistance. This Madrimov dude, I'm telling you, if I'm wrong, hey, I'll come on here and say I'm wrong. But like I say, when it come down to it, telling you, he's stopping the dude in 5. If Terence Crawford don't stop him, that means he's carrying the dude for the you know, the fight, and that's what it is. Or the dude got power and he not really trying to engage with him like that, so he just gonna box. Either way it go, Crawford gonna win. I think Crawford gonna stop him. I'm not gonna lie to you, in 5 rounds. That's just, I don't think this dude got nothing for Terence Crawford. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's why I didn't want Terence Crawford to fight this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just gotta keep it 1,000. But I understand. Crawford is dealing with the uncertainty of Fundura. You know what I mean? He don't know what Fundura gonna do. He tried to negotiate with him, and they weren't able to come to agreement on some things. So Crawford is going another route, which is to fight Madrimov. So, but like I told you, this gonna be another Jeff Horn situation. I'm telling you, it's gonna be another Jeff Horn situation. He finna get in here. He gonna body bag and toe tag this Uzbekistanian, and that's just real talk. Now, what Terence Crawford said. Terence Crawford said that, you know, he understands this is gonna be a tough fight. And let me say this: Madrimov may be tough, but you could be tough. People in the box before know what I'm talking about. You could be tough and still get your ass whooped. God forgive me, I'm sorry. You could be tough and still get your ass whooped in there. You be as tough as you want to be, tough as nails, still get your ass whooped. That don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Madrimov may be tough. He may be a tall task, a tall order. You know what I'm saying? He may be up, but Crawford gonna beat this dude. You know what I mean? That's just real talk. Like, it's not finna be competitive. He talking, and then he says that this dude is the number one, you know, 154 pounder. No, he's not. What top fighters in the Madrimov fought to make him the number 154 pounder? I don't even think that dude even fought in America. He ain't fought Erickson Lubin. He ain't fought he ain't fought Tim Tszyu. Right? To me, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You could say Sebastian Fundura is the number 154 pounder. Right? Now, Terence may have said that to throw a little shot at Sebastian Fundura. You know what I'm saying? But to me, the number 154 pounder is Sebastian Fundura. He got 2 belts. So he's the number 1 guy. And he's fought more people in the division. You know what I mean? It's Fundura and Tim Tszyu. You could make the argument that Tim Tszyu still the number 1. I mean, you could say Tim Tszyu still. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I would say it's Sebastian Fundura because he beat the guy. He beat Tim Tszyu, who was the number 1 guy. Right? Now the fight was close. So that's why you could say Sebastian. I could see somebody still saying, hey, Tim Tszyu's the number 154 pounder. It damn sure ain't on Madrimov. My boy Madrimov is nowhere near being number 1 in nothing. I'm sorry. When he said that, I was like, man, come on, man. See, I was enjoying myself. I was like, okay. Okay. Then he said, this dude is the number 154. I said, bro, the nigga don't even got no title defenses. He just won the belt in March. He don't have a title defense. How's he the number 1? You know, at least Tim Tszyu got a couple title defenses. You know what I mean? He got a couple title defenses under his belt. Like 1 or 2. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? He got a couple of title defenses under his belt, you know, and, you know, he was trying to unify and get that WBC belt. And, you know, he was just trying to do things the right way. And I fool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Tim Tszyu is a true champion. You know? But he talking about Madrimov. I was like, man, this nigga. That nigga said that. Come on, man. He could have just said, look, I would have respected it better if he would have said this. Madrimov's a tough fight. You know, he's a tough fighter. And, you know I got, you know, my work put in for me. But I believe I'll be victorious. That's all he needs to say. He didn't need to say, oh, I believe this dude is the number 154 pounder. See, he do stuff like, you got to pay attention to words. Crawford say stuff like that so he could be like, look, I'm fighting the top guys. No, you not. He did that at 147. He did all that stuff at 147. Oh yeah, I fought this dude. He was the top guy. No, the hell he wasn't. I fought Kell Brook. I beat Kell Brook quicker than Errol. Like, bro, what? He brought this stuff up. It's like, man, come on, bro. You know, Jeff Horn, he was the number 1 welterweight. Jeff Horn? Are you serious, nigga? Man, look. And I get it. And truthfully, that's his opinion. You know, he may feel that way. He may wholeheartedly feel that way. Because Crawford, when he says stuff, he's standing on what he's saying. So he may 100% believe in his mind that, hey, these dudes are the best of the best, and he's just devouring them up. That may be true. But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, Madrimov ain't no number 1 of anything. I'm sorry, he not. He just won his belt. I don't care how many amateur fights, because you see, they brought up his amateur career. So apparently he has a very, very good amateur boxing career, which a lot of these, you know, European fighters from Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, they be fighting in the amateurs till they almost 30 years old. You know, then they decide, I want to go pro. You feel me? So, like I said before, I think that the dude may be tough, right? But it don't matter. He gonna be laying on the ground like he planking. That's just what it is. Crawford finna stop him. It's not. If I'm Eddie Hearn, I tell Crawford, hey, we gonna move you to the undercard, and we gonna move Victor Ortiz and Tim Tszyu to the main event. That's a more sellable pay-per-view fight. You know what I mean? Terence Crawford, Madrimov. Now, granted, it's a good card. It's a great card. I love it. You know what I mean? I love the cards. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to watch this full card. I don't know about the main event. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it, man. But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, I said that because the Bud Buddy be like, you're hating on Crawford. You're hating on him. I don't know why you hate on him. Like, bro, shut up. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Boss out.